Imagine one master having a vision that someday this knowledge will be around the world. And he did. And he had to plot a course to make it happen. And he did. He did. He picked one of his kids and said, I want him to learn English. And then, not only that, first of all, he's born into royalty. First of all, he's born into royalty, a Rawat, and he throws it all away, kicks it all out, doesn't want any part of it, because he wants to find peace. And he searches and he searches and he searches and he searches and he finds a master who gives him peace. That master sees his enthusiasm, his love, and makes him the next master. At this point, there is nothing. There's no cars. There's no assets. He has to begin from scratch. I don't know why this is this way, but all the assets that they were divided, went somewhere else. He said, I don't need it. All I have is my master's blessings and my enthusiasm. He ended up with a few premies, few people who recognized that and knew what his master has said, that he will be the one. So they begin. He's sleeping on benches in train stations, no place to eat, waiting for trains. Propagation begins. Propagation starts, then the India division happens. And all his work ends up in Pakistan. All his work ends up in Pakistan. He comes to India. Again, he has to start doing propagation. And he starts. He buys a place strategically because he knows that some of those people will go to Haridwar, which is the holy place in India, at least once a year around Baisakhi, because they're from Punjab, and Baisakhi is one of the festivals. And so he builds a place strategically, and he puts up his banners with his name. So far, no organization here. Puts up his banner with his name, so that when they are going towards Haridwar, they will see this and make the connection. And some did. Some did. So against all odds, there is a vision that there will be, knowledge will spread throughout the world. And that starts it. Today what you see, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 100,000, 300,000, the seeds of it are planted way back. Not only that, he has a clear vision, 100%. As clear as it gets. He goes, sets up a picnic, and his eldest son is in Missouri at this college. He goes, he sets up a picnic with him, and he tells him, don't try to become anything, and let Sant, which is what I was called, let him do whatever he wants to do. So the vision is as clear as it gets. There's no questions about it. Because, there's that feeling of, well, the eldest son should be the one who takes on and all that. And he makes it abundantly clear. Don't try to become anything, and let him do whatever he wants to. And then the series of events happen. And then one year, I find myself in a photographic studio having my picture taken for a passport. And then back to school, Indian bureaucracy, and then one day this guy arrives with the passport in hand. And to me, it's like, wow, a passport. I mean, in those days, you had no ID cards or anything, and I'm, in ninth grade, so getting one of these things, and you got your picture in it, it's like, this is the coolest thing. At that moment, do you realize people in India did not want me to go to the West? No. Now, I'm sure you're sitting there going, well, why not? This had been in India. This is where it stays. Same mentality, closed loop. It doesn't matter. Concepts, 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 concepts. Trade one for the other. Doesn't really matter. So they had their concept. No, it's not going out. People were crying. No. And then the day came, tickets came, day came, it was a nighttime flight. I got dressed, 2 pair of clothes on. I didn't know what was going to happen. And took off, landed in Rome. Looked around, Fiumicino, little Fiats everywhere running around, This is not too bad. Ended up in England, and of course, the rest is history. I was sitting in the living room, bunch of people looking at me, I'm looking at them. Here we are, it has begun. And so it goes and it goes and it goes, and it needs to evolve, and it will evolve, and the time has come to take another step.